did the right thing.
You don't mean that? Morgana was your friend too. You cared about her.
I did. But I fear that, unlike you, Morgana chose not to use her gift for good. You had no choice. Would we be sitting here now if you had not made that decision? Where are you going?
I'll eat that later.
Merlin?
Something I have to do.
Richard Wilson as Gaius and the brilliant Colin Morgan,
Brilliant Colin
as
Morgan.
Merlin.
Yeah,
It's just really captured people's imaginations and hearts, hasn't it? When you first signed up to Merlin, did you know that you'd be filming a third series?
No. And it's so, I mean, the thing about it is it's sold all over the world. We get groupies coming from all over the world who sit at the location. They're all in France now, the unit. And these people come from Japan and Germany and sit outside the location.
Well, how many of them?
Oh, about 30.
And they follow you around?
They just sit there, yeah.
And they want to catch sight of Merlin or Prince Arthur or maybe ask Gaius for some opinions?
I think it's Prince Arthur and Merlin they're after.
But also the great thing about it is you obviously get the next generation of people that love drama, the kids. I mean, you speak to any child and they love Merlin, don't they?
Yeah, it's very popular with the kids. It's great. But it's great stuff. I mean, it's really imaginative writing and production values.
And it's magical, isn't
Very
it?
magical. Lots of CGI.
And, well, and of course the dragon.
The dragon,
But
John
the
Hurt
dragon is
plays the
released now.
The dragon is out and about, yeah.
Does he still play a part?
Yeah, I shouldn't say it, but yes, he does. He comes back in the third series.
Brilliant. So you're directing that face?
Directing that face at the Crucible Theatre.
Now tell us about that face, because I saw it originally, not in its original theatre, but a bit early on, when it had a young playwright, of course, that made waves, and
Polly.
a young Matt Smith playing in it as well, who of course now people know as Doctor Who.
That's correct. And Daniel Evans, who now runs the Sheffield Crucible, wants to do provincial plays, premieres of plays that were done in London. So this is the English premiere outside London. And the Crucible has just been refurbished and rebuilt, and so it's all a new regime, and it's great.
Tell us about the play and why. How old was Polly Senna when she wrote it?
She was 19 when she came from the
unbelievable.
Royal Court Young Theatre Writers Group, and it's a remarkable play for it's a remarkable first play, but for a 19-year-old, she's written about this dysfunctional family where the mother dotes on her son and wants to possess him and hold on to him. And Frances Barber is playing the mother. And it's a very rich and emotional play.
Richard, can I ask you about an actor being a director and
Yes.
vice versa? Are they like football managers? Some good players don't make great football managers. How about good actors? Do they always make good directors?
Well, Daniel Evans, who runs Sheffield, he's an actor-director. Well, I think by and large that actors like to be directed by actor-directors because we know the process, we know what the actor goes through. I'm not saying that every director has to act, but I find it very easy to separate. If I'm acting, I have no interest in directing, and if I'm directing, I never think about. I would never, for example, I would never demonstrate how to say a line.
Right.
I think that's not what the director's about.
So how do you do it then? How do you approach an actor and how would you work with him or her?
Well, I like to start very low key. So I sort of strip everything away and we just start very, very slowly, very openly and just pick the play apart line by line, which is what we're doing today, for example, and approaching it very gradually, so that it's a very emotional play, that phase. It's a very rich play. Those emotions have to be earned. You have to know who you are first before you can let go, as it were.
And you say that the Merlin crew is out in France at the moment, so do you work on this and then just hop over when you're needed?
Well, I'm hopping over for 3 days, and in those 3 days I'll be doing all my French scenes, as it were.
Brilliant. All right, well, lovely to talk to you,
Thank you
Richard.
very
Thanks
much.
very much indeed. That Face runs from the 1st to the 24th of July at the Crucible Theatre in Sheffield.